All right, so let's go to the next one. This one have to do with Tyler Perry. I'm almost done. I have 2 more tweets here. All right, let's pause. It's 1:54 seconds. Okay, billionaire Tyler Perry might need to consult with Twitter PR expert to make sure he's on the right track. Okay, so what is that about? Okay, so she retweet Pagan Trelawney. Let me make sure it's the right one. Yeah, Pagan Trelawney is retweeting Warrior Soda. 2 very good squaddies, right? Let me make sure I'm following the right one. Okay, so let's see here. The hardest thing to do when you have success is to keep your mouth shut when people are saying all kind of BS about you. Oh, okay. So let's listen. 1:54 seconds. It's gonna be screenshot, but pay attention. Listen to the thing. What he's saying. Audio.
I had 1 or 2 choices. I could focus on the people and the success and the people who loved it, or I could focus on the naysayers who haters who don't really give a damn anyway. You know, right? They're not there to support or to champion. They're there to be what they are, haters and noisemakers, right? But what is most important, and I want you to hear me in this, I had a goal. And if your eyes are up there on a goal, like right now I'm looking up at the top of the ceiling there, I don't see what's going on down here because my focus is there. And when you have noise and naysayers and people, and I've had a lot, I'm sure you have too, who are telling you what you can't do, this is not going to work, or you should be better, or you should do this, or you should do that. And the goal is to get to a place where you are financially stable, where you can open a studio, where you can hire all of these people. If I had taken my eye off of that for 1 minute to stop to argue with this person, or stop to defend myself with this person, or stop to, none of that was something I was willing to do, because in order to take my eyes off it, I would miss something and have a wreck. It's like driving a car at 80 miles an hour. You're looking down at your cell phone, you're gonna run into something. Keep your eye on where you're going. Let people say what they want, that's okay. You don't have to answer to everything. And let me tell you something, the hardest thing to do when you have success is to keep your mouth shut when people are saying all kinds of BS about you. That's the hardest thing to do, because I was about to say the N-word, but I'm a guy from the 3rd Ward in New Orleans, and I can scrap with the best of them, but to keep my eyes and my mind and my focus on what God has for me has always been the goal. And I promise you, the very ones that were saying all of those things have come back around to say something else. Gotta be patient. Gotta be patient. Had 1 or 2.
And this is exactly what Harry and Meghan are doing. They keep their mouth shut and they just focus on their thing. Again, I wish video 1 is audio, it worked, because that's it. And I'm glad I did that video when I started regarding the Sussexes, is that they are in good hand. They got good advice. They don't need what I have a video that I did the other day. The thumbnails, I think I put Oprah, I put Meredith Hobson, and I think Tyler Perry's in one of those pictures. They're on top of the mountain, and you have Harry and Meghan below it, and there's a hand reaching out for them. Okay, they are in good hand. And like I was saying before, Meghan and Harry have a goal. I didn't even hear this. People will think I heard that when I was bookmarking this. I didn't hear it. What I've said before, they have a goal. Okay, their goal was, in order for you to understand as they move forward, they have to break away, destroy the naysayer, the nonsense, the noise that the tabloid was putting out there. That's by putting their own documentary. Okay, letting people know this is what they're all about. What you heard on the tabloid, it's not them. Okay, this is how it go, and this is what Spare had to do. Okay, you had the Oprah interview, you had Spare, you have Harry and Meghan docuseries. All these 3 focusing on telling you the truth about them. So now, as they move forward, it may not be about them at all. This is distant memory. Alright, so let's read some of the comments. Okay, haha, Twitter PR expert. Okay, it's great that he lives in a reality and focuses his time on growing his brand and company while leaving the haters to yell from afar. Glad Harry and Meghan follows his lead and only dip down when being defamed by those with real platform. And the thing is that, and I've said this before, I think, in my humble opinion, could be completely 100% wrong. they had their lawyers looking on the tabloid. If there is something that can be sued, their lawyers could bring it up to their attention. If it's worth pursuing, then they pursue it. And little did I know, when I read Harry's witness statement, all those headlines that you see, of course, it's either him or his lawyers look into it and then to match it up. So something like that, where he had to use for evidence. Okay, thank you. The bigger the stank you make, the more it smells. Okay, exquisitely and perfectly stated. He might procure great wealth and influence others if he will listen to them. Okay, one, I don't understand why people don't understand that Harry and Meghan can answer every disinformation campaign or skewed article against them. It is clear what this has been about from jump, and all should know it doesn't go away just because they left the royal family. They have access to mentoring. That's what I told you guys. Okay, it seems like I'm being proved all the time. Some of the things I say as my humble opinion, I see other things that prove me right, or that could strengthen my humble opinion. So they are in good hand. They have mentors who've made it, and they don't need anything from Harry and Meghan because they have their own millions. So they want Harry and Meghan to succeed. Okay. And also, in my humble opinion, and I think this is the best lesson Harry could ever have in his entire life, to see that people are not about to take advantage of him or to be associated with him in order to get special deal or get something from him, this kind of thing. When you look at when he went to the, is it Coronation? Yeah, Coronation. Each time he went back to the UK, all right, ever since he moved to the US, each time he goes back to the UK, you could see the smile on his face. These kind of things are the things that pisses off the institution, because they want to drive him crazy. They want to drive him nuts. So what?
Do you really believe that a campaign was being waged against him?
Yes, I did, absolutely. Yeah.
Why?
I was a separated wife to the Prince of Wales. I was a problem, full stop. Never happened before. What do we do with her? Well, when I say people, I mean friends on my husband's side were indicating that I was, again, unstable, sick, and should be put in a home of some sort in order to get better.
Can't we pack her off to somewhere quietly rather than campaign against her?
She won't go quietly. That's the problem. I'll fight till the end.
I see here, in my humble opinion, very, very tight humble opinion, okay? Harry and Meghan are in their bubble. They have taught Harry, I think it's like much better than any kind of a therapy. They have taught him how to be in a certain type of a bubble, okay? Just like the video that Tyler Perry just said, be a focus, you know, look at what you want and just stay focused on that. So this is the kind of things that I think they have taught Harry, and Harry have never learned this before, okay? In my humble opinion, okay, Harry is a very smart man. You could always there's always room for learning. But this aspect of things, when you see people who wants to be friend with you, not because of who you are, to get something from you, or to be associated with you just to be, I don't know, to get something out of you in return, this kind of thing. So this is one of the things I think Harry never thought existed, because when you look at in his family, I don't know, it's just toxic, okay? You've heard some of the things that I've said about the royal family, the way they operate, the evilness in them and all of that. So Harry have never seen anything like this. Maybe the only place he have seen it, which he feel more comfortable being, is when he travel in Africa, okay? So let's get back to the original recording. Two from the survivors of some of the worst disinfo campaigners ever. Hillary Clinton is a survivor and someone they have in their Rolodex, that's for sure. When I don't hear them push back, it's because they are taking solid advice. Other than the presidency, the disinfo has not affected her Louise bag. Okay, I'm a strong believer that God plants people in your life to teach you lessons and fulfill a purpose. It wasn't by chance that Tyler wrote Megan that letter before her wedding. He was meant to be a huge part of their lives and destiny, and I'm just glad they have someone like him as a mentor and now family. LOL, Tyler Perry is genius, and the room nobody saw coming. That's for sure. And the other thing is that one thing that Megan did that really helped her. Okay, if you look at every success that Megan have done, let me tell you the number one success that she did and will always be known. Okay, when she married Harry, most people will forget their past or belittle their past or look down on their past. What did she do? She embraced it. She welcomed it. It's part of her. So this is what really helped her in the long run.
A couple years ago, I heard someone call my mom the N-word. So I think for me, beyond being personally affected by racism, just to see the landscape of what our country is like right now, certainly the world, and to want things to be better.
She knew who she was, she knew who she is, and she knew where she's going. So she embraced every little thing of hers and brought it with her on that pedestal. Okay, this is what really helped her. Because if she had degraded her past, or look at what happened to the father, for instance, okay, still you never hear her say a negative thing about her father. All right, you just don't hear a thing about her father coming out of her mouth. So if she had degraded, she embraced everything of her past, where she came from and all of that. So if she had degraded her past, do you think the Sussex wife will be there? No, she will have to deal with it on her own. All right, so let's go to the next tweet.